in our upcoming match, qualification match number 41.
Yeah, we've got 16-19 coming up here, facing off against the #1 ranked 254. It should be an absolute blast because 498, our favorite defensive specialist so far, is going to be going after 254.
Yeah, this is the team that we just said last time they played, which was like 3 or 4 matches ago, that they denied 2 ranking points from the other alliance. So you've got them in the mix, but Chezy Poops have some help. They've got the Sonic Squirrels and High Tide on their alliance.
Yep, and the Sonic Squirrels are ranked pretty high right now too, so you know anything could happen.
Yeah, all right, it's going to be an interesting one. Let's send it down to the field.
All right, thank you, Robo Sports Network. First up, representing the state of Arizona, it is Team 498.
From Glendale, it's the Cobra Commanders.
Representing the state of Colorado, it is Team 1619.
They're Up a Creek Robotics.
And rounding out this alliance from California, Team 3309.
They're the Friarbots.
Then on the blue side, representing the state of Washington, it is Team 2930.
They're from Washington, and they're the Sonic Squirrels.
In the center, Team 4414.
From Ventura, California, it's High Tide.
And lastly, a team that needs no introduction, so I won't provide one.
Pretty excited about this match. It should be a good one. Although that last one was pretty good too. So
This is
into a
Chezy
real
Champs.
fun part
At
of the
least
schedule.
60% of the matches are good.
These
I made up
matches
that
are
number.
great 60% of the time, all the time. Hey, Sonic Squirrels in the stands. Can any of you hear me? Can someone come tell me how to say the name of your town? That would be awesome. I don't want to mess it up. Hold on. Let me try again. Snohomish? Woo! All right, now I know, and I will definitely try to not forget. Snohomish. Do you guys have some sweet like high school football chants? That'd be.
It looks like our cargo ship is broken. I don't think we'll be going to space today.
Everybody's making fun of me for not being able to read that name. I'm just not good at reading, I guess. In fact, I was illiterate to the age of 26.
I'm not sure if I believe that. What do you define as literacy? What?
We've got a really top-notch volunteer crew here at Chezy Champs. One of our field resetters is applying to colleges while they also reset the field. Really a person of many talents.
Many hats, you might even say. As a hat person yourself.
I have a hat on.
All right, let's get this match started. 3, 2, 1, blast off.
All right, on the red side, we've got 1619 coming off the hab. They've got that suction cup climber that they copied from Team 254. That's definitely how it happened. That is history. You can book it. All right, teleop starts, and it looks like we've got a pretty close score there on the big board, 21-23. And it looks like immediately there's a red robot down, 498, playing defense on the Chezy Poofs, not letting them get back to that hab loading station. They're doing a pretty good job. I've watched a lot of Chezy Poof matches this year, and this is a good bit of defense they're getting. But not to be outdone, the Blue Alliance also has a defensive robot down on this side of the field, playing defense on 16-19, and it's also not looking great for 16-19. So right now we have a little bit of a defensive stalemate here on my side of the field. But on the other side of the field, we've got a bunch of teams scoring at will. You've got that Red Alliance team, that's 3309, the Firebots, and 4414, that's High Tide. Looks like High Tide has a slight advantage now. They've got 6 hatch panels up on that rocket, and they're going to start with the cargo. Meanwhile, Sonic Squirrel is playing really great defense here on 16-19. 16-19 is the kind of team that can fill up the entire rocket and more if you leave them alone. Right now, they've only got 4 game pieces. Great job by the Sonic Squirrels out of, hold on, Snohomish. That's where they're from. Right now, the Chezy Poofs trying to get something on the board. They're getting pestered by 498. They're not letting them do anything. But Chezy Poofs have that cool turret, which it probably isn't going to be very useful in this situation. Meanwhile, 16-19 has given up on their attempt to fill the rocket because their partner is able to do the top 2 levels. Let's see if the Chezy Poofs can match on the blue side. It looks like they need 1 more cargo in that blue rocket to get the extra ranking point. It looks like 4414 is up on the top of the blue platform, and the Chezy Poofs are going up with their suction cup as well. Both teams have a completed rocket. That's going to be worth an extra ranking point for both. 498 and 2930 not letting each other get back. 16-19 getting up at the last minute as well. We're going to have to see how this one turns out. The score was really close near the end, so we'll give our referees a moment to collect their thoughts, and we'll get right back to you with the final score.
I mean, whatever the results of that match are, you got to think that's an incredible eliminations audition for Team 498 there. The number of pieces of cargo in the rocket for the Chezy Poofs is 0.
Yeah, but how about 2930? They
Yeah.
were beating up on 16-19, and 16-19's pretty dang good themselves. So
There's incredible defense here at Chezy Champs.
head ref Kit Chow indicates to me that there was 1 foul in that match. So we may have the final score going up pretty soon. No promises. All right, we've got the final score. We don't have the final score. Yes, we do. Going up on the big board right now and taking the match is going to be the Red Alliance. It looks like they were able to get all 4 ranking points. The Blue Alliance, sorry, I also am colorblind as well as illiterate. So right now we're going to go ahead to RSN to deflect from that moment where I messed up.
Well, that was a defensive battle on both sides there, and really it came down to the undefended robot pulling it off in the end for the Blue Alliance.
Yeah, it was really upsetting to see 3309, the Firebots, at the end of the match seem to be having trouble driving because they were tearing it up the rest of that match. And they would have it would have been a lot closer had they been able to execute their climb, but I think they still would have lost by a couple points. But really great job by the Red Alliance in keeping that close.
Yeah, I thought Firebots played the game of their life there, but also the Cobra Commanders playing the defense on the Chezy Poofs. We got some zebra heat maps to kind of illustrate how great this defense really was. Ty, what do you have for us?
All right, we've got 254 here just all over the field. Usually they're very tight, and they're very tight up against the rocket here. And as we bring in the Cobra Commanders, we notice that that's exactly what the Cobra Commanders do. We've seen this again and again. The Cobra Commanders take over your rocket, and there's nothing you can do to get around them.
Yeah, if we were to compare to some of the older heat maps from the Chezy Poofs, it's so concentrated between the loading station and the rocket, and that's it. And here we have a team coming in, shaking things up, and forcing a really great team to spread out their gameplay, add extra miles of drivetrain motion, and a lot of time spent not scoring.
Yeah, meanwhile, you've got 44-14 on the blue side. Very tight, finishing that rocket, doing exactly what they needed to do to get that win. And on the left side, the Red Alliance, they had those drivetrain problem with the Fryer bots, which is why you see so much spread out there.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by what High Tide did in that match to be able to solo a Rocket, really squeaking that win out.
And if we look at our rankings, 254 solidly at the top. Once again, 1983 started to creep up on them, but they just tore away. And that brings 1619 a little bit down in the rankings from where they were before this match, but still in the top 8. And so anything can happen.
Yeah, this is a really tight pack between the 3rd seed all the way down to the 8th seed. You know, just 1 or 2 ranking points is going to make the difference between if you're in the top 8 and if you're not. So that's pretty exciting, and it's going to make a really exciting Sunday morning tomorrow.
All right, speaking of